Hello everyone, welcome to Praveen Tutorial Point. In this session we are going to discuss about the coefficient of expansion of solids. So in previous class we have discussed about different types of solids like isotropic solids and anisotropic solids, and we have discussed about the expansion in isotropic solids, and the expansion of isotropic solids are of three types, that is linear expansion, areal expansion and volume expansion. So in this coefficient of expansion of solids, we will discuss about those linear, areal and cubical or volume expansion. So any solid which is given some heat will expand in these three different ways, like linear or areal or cubical or volume expansion. So first let us consider the linear expansion. So for this linear expansion, I am taking a rod here, a rod which is having a length L1 at a temperature T1, and if the temperature is raised to some T2, then the length of the rod is changed to L2. So due to the change in temperature delta T, there is a change in length in the rod, that is delta L. So by this we can say that change in length is directly proportional to the change in temperature. The change in length in the rod is due to change in the temperature, and change in length is directly proportional to length L1 also. The reason is, if you take 1 meter length rod and if you are giving 1 degree heat to it, then it may change to some other length. If the same amount of temperature we are giving to 2 meter rod, so the change in length will be double than that before one. If you take 3 meter rod and if you are giving the same amount of temperature, then the rod will be tripled. So that's why delta L is directly proportional to L1 also, length L1. So by these two we can write that delta L is directly proportional to L1 delta T. And to make this equal, delta L equal, we have to bring a constant here. So here the constant is L1 alpha delta T. Here alpha is the constant, and alpha can be written as alpha equal to delta L in the sense change in length by L1 means original length of the rod is L1, and change in temperature. So alpha is nothing but, we can define like this: change in length of the solid, as the rod is a solid here, change in length of the solid per original length per change in temperature. So that is the definition of alpha, and here this can be written as delta L is nothing but L2 minus L1 by L1 into T2 minus T1. Delta T is T2 minus T1. So this is alpha, and this alpha is called as coefficient of linear expansion. Coefficient of linear expansion, and this alpha depends on the nature of the material. It depends on the nature of the material. That means what the material we are taking, aluminium or iron. So it depends upon the nature of the material, and it depends upon the scale of the units also. That means, see, what is the unit of alpha here? This is length, and this is also length. So length will get cancelled, and this is temperature. So per degree Celsius or per degree Kelvin. So this alpha value changes according to the scale of the temperature. If it is in degree Celsius, the alpha value will be 1. If it is in degree Kelvin, the alpha value will be some other one. If the alpha value is very small, then it won't affect the scale. If the alpha value is very big, then it affects the scale. So by the difference in the scale also, the alpha value will change. So the alpha value will depend upon the nature of the material and scale of units or temperature units. And here, so that is about alpha, and alpha is called as coefficient of linear expansion. And coming to units, these are the units, and coming to the dimensional formula, there is no m power 0, l power 0, t power 0 and k power minus 1 per degree Kelvin. So we can write like this. This is the unit and this is the dimensional formula for alpha. And next, the expansion will be areal wise also, area wise. Then if you consider areal expansion, in areal expansion, take a solid which is having some area A1 and A1 at T1 degree Celsius, and if the temperature is raised to T2 degree Celsius, then the area is also increasing. So the area is increased, area is A2. So due to change in temperature delta T, there is a change in area delta A. So we can write that delta A is directly proportional to delta T, and delta A is directly proportional to A1 also. As we have discussed before here, it depends on A1 also. So by that we can write that delta A is directly proportional to A1 delta T. And to make this equal to, we need a constant. So delta A is equal to A1 beta delta T. And beta can be written as beta equal to delta A change in area by original area, change in area of the solid per original area per change in temperature. Or this can be written as change in area is nothing but A2 minus A1 by original area is A1 and the change in temperature is T2 minus T1. So this is beta, and here beta is called coefficient of areal expansion. So this is about areal expansion, or beta is called as coefficient of areal expansion, and unit is same, per degree Celsius or per degree Kelvin. As area and area will cancel, so we will have this only temperature units. So the temperature units are units of this beta, and dimensional formula is also same. And now cubical expansion or volume expansion. Let us see that cubical expansion or volume expansion. Cubical or volume expansion. Cubical expansion. Cubical expansion. So here let us consider a cube. As cube is having an initial volume of V1 at the temperature T1, and the temperature has raised to T2, and the cube has changed its volume to some V2. So the change in volume delta V and the change in temperature is delta T. So change in volume delta V is directly proportional to change in temperature. The volume is changed in the cube due to change in the temperature only. And delta V is directly proportional to V1. So by this two we can write it as delta V is equal to V1 delta T. And delta V is directly proportional to V1 delta T. And to make it equal, we will bring a constant. So delta V is equal to V1 gamma delta T. And here gamma is equal to change in volume by original volume into change in temperature. Or this can be written as gamma equal to V2 minus V1 by V1 into T2 minus T1. So this is gamma, and this gamma is called as coefficient of volume expansion or cubical expansion. Volume expansion or cubical expansion. And units are same, that is per degree Celsius or per degree Kelvin. And dimensional formula is K inverse in square brackets. So the expansion of solids is categorized into three, that is expansion of linear expansion, areal expansion or superficial expansion, a volume or cubical expansion. In these three, and coming to the coefficient of we have discussed coefficient of linear expansion, coefficient of areal expansion, and coefficient of volume expansion. Coefficient of linear expansion. Coefficient of linear expansion alpha equal to change in length per unit original length into change in temperature T2 minus T1. So this is alpha, and this by this L2 minus L1 equal to alpha into L1 of T2 minus T1, and L2 equal to, so if you bring this side and take L1 common, you will get 1 plus alpha into T2 minus T1. So this is the final length of the rod, L2 equal to L1 of 1 plus alpha into T2 minus T1. And here one more thing about alpha. On heating any material, if the size of the material increases, then this alpha value will be positive. If the size of the material decreases, then this alpha value will be negative. So in the same way, for coefficient of areal expansion also, coefficient of areal expansion, for coefficient of areal expansion, beta equal to A2 change in area A2 minus A1 by initial area A1 into T2 minus T1. So for that A2 minus A1 equal to beta into A1 of T2 minus T1, and A2 equal to, if you take A1 if you take this side and if you take A1 common, 1 plus beta into T2 minus T1. So this is the final area final area A2 equal to A1 of 1 plus beta into D2 minus T1. In the same way, if you see for coefficient of volume expansion, gamma equal to change in volume V2 minus V1 by initial volume V1 into T2 minus T1, change in temperature. And for that, V2 minus V1 equal to gamma into V1 of T2 minus T1. And V2 is equal to, if you take a V1 common, 1 plus gamma into T2 minus T1. So this is the final volume of the solid, final length of the rod, final area of the solid, and final volume of the solid. And one more thing, alpha value on heating a material, if the length of the material increases, alpha value will be positive. If the length of the material decreases, alpha value will be negative.
Thank you for watching.